welcome to the February edition of the Habitat Home Show. I'm your host today, Kim Schaaf. I work in marketing and development at Habitat, and it's my first time hosting, so be kind. Happy to welcome our guest today, Erica Bohannon, future Habitat homeowner.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Erica. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Are you as nervous as I am?
Yes.
We're nervous. Well, it'll be okay.
Yes.
So, Erica, you've been in our program for about 3 years, right?
Yes.
And can you tell me about how you found out about Habitat for Humanity?
So me and a friend at work were going to volunteer for Habitat for Humanity, and once I went on the website to read about Habitat, I was like, well, let me go ahead and try this out and see if this might work for me, because one of my goals was before I turned 30 to own my own home. So I applied, and it went from there.
It went from there. Alrighty. So you've been in the program for about 3 years, and you said that you were volunteering for work, and that's what inspired you. And you said you had a goal of becoming a homeowner before you were 30. That's a pretty big goal. How did you decide that that was going to be on your bucket list?
You write the vision and make it plain.
Write the vision and make it plain.
Right, that's exactly, and I'm serious, that's exactly what I did. I wrote it down. I wrote down goals that I wanted to do: graduate from college before I was 30, own a home before I turned 30, and I just put it up. And I'm a firm believer in God, and I believe God brings things to you, and when you are in position, He'll make things known to you.
We definitely believe that as well. So all of these things before you turn 30. Now, how many of them have you accomplished so far? Have you graduated from college?
Yes, I graduated from college twice. So I have my associate's degree in early childhood education and my bachelor's degree in early childhood education. And right now I'm working on my master's.
So you're working on your master's. And what do you want to do with that?
Hopefully advocate. That's the degree is in early childhood leadership and advocacy.
Okay.
So I would like to join a large organization or something around in the city and advocate for children for quality education.
Oh, that's fantastic. And now you have a son, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your son.
So Chase is 11. And he's almost as tall as me.
Okay.
He's super, super sweet, and he's helped shape and mold me to be who I am today. He's super excited about this whole process.
Yeah.
He talks about it every day. He goes to Trotwood. He's a football player, and he loves, loves, loves to draw.
He loves to draw. He's
Yes.
an artist. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's into sports and art. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a well-rounded kid.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So your home is being built in Trotwood.
Yes.
So you did mention he's already enrolled in Trotwood City Schools. So
Yes.
that's good. He won't have to move or anything.
And that was the intent. Once we were told that we could pick our own lot, I kind of just thought to myself, did I want to remove him from his foundation, his friends, and things like that? And when the opportunity came for me to pick a lot and they had Trotwood open, I chose that lot.
Oh, that's awesome.
For him.
So let me ask you about when you first started in the program. So you said you went online, you saw some stuff, and you decided to apply. So what was the process like for you specifically when you started from when you applied to now? So what all did you have to go through before you were accepted into the program?
So in my head, I kind of put it as like a 3-step process in the beginning. So you fill out the application, they send you something back in the mail saying to meet at the office, the Habitat office. You go to orientation, and you go through a process of seeing if you have the willingness to partner.
And that was at your orientation?
Well, sort of, kind of,
Okay.
But at the orientation, they talk about the program. They talk about the opportunities, what they're founding on, the principles and things like that. You have to bring, I believe, it's been so long.
I think you have to bring proof, you have to bring proof of income, and that's kind of where that original meeting is, where people, you prove that, one, you have the ability to pay back your affordable mortgage.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And did you get it, you went through the program, you're obviously accepted in the program, but did you get accepted the first time around?
Yes.
Okay,
so
awesome.
One thing I like to mention, it's a whole lot of people in this room. In my head, it seemed like it was 100. It probably was about 60. So automatically when I walked in, I counted myself out, because I felt like, there were other people. The program was so awesome. I felt like I was doing okay at the time, and other people needed that program more than me. But as I continued to go through the process, I understood the reason why they chose me. you go through, after that, they check your income, you come back again, and then they do a very thorough check of, your credit and things like
You
that.
go through the interview process.
Yes.
Did you do the one-on-one interview with someone from the homeowner selection committee?
Yes, and then they, to kind of fast forward, but they came to our home. They got to see my actual place, and Chase had to be there.
So they could meet him?
Yeah, and I think it was like 3 or 4 people. I'm going to say 4, just to add an extra person.
Were you nervous to have them come over to your house?
Yes.
You live in an apartment, correct?
Yes.
And now, so this apartment that you live in now wasn't where you lived when Chase was born. Where did you live when Chase was born?
I live in Albright, in Trotwood, so I live in low income. And actually, I grew up in low income. So just growing up in that neighborhood and being able to just, it taught me a lot. It taught me about how to be able to survive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How to be able to survive, but maybe not how to thrive?
Exactly.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you grew up in public housing, and you became a mom pretty young, right? How old
Yes.
were you?
19.
Okay.
Well, I got pregnant at 18, but I had him at 19.
Had you graduated high school before you had?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes. Like, actually, it happened like right after high school.
So right after high, well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
He waited for you to graduate.
Yeah.
So you had your son pretty young, and then you continued to live in public housing, but you worked through school. You went through. Where'd you go for your associates?
Sinclair,
And where for your bachelor's?
Central State University.
So you worked through both of those, and then you moved from public housing into your own apartment. And now you're going to move from that apartment
into my
into your
house.
own home.
Yeah.
Now, how many people? So you said that you grew up in low-income apartments. So I'm assuming that was with your core family. But how many people in your family own a home?
None.
None.
I have people in my family who rent homes, but I don't have anybody in my family that actually owns their own
So
home.
they live in their home, but they don't own it.
Yes.
They rent it.
Yes.
So you're going to be the first person in your family to own your home outright.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many people in your family have graduated college?
Just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're breaking barriers all over the place.
Yeah.
So first person to graduate from college, and now you're going to be the first person to own your own home.
Yes.
And not only that, it's a Habitat home, so it's going to be a fantastically, amazingly well-built home.
Yes.
Built by our volunteers, who are the best.
Yes.
And you've been out on a couple build sites, right?
Yes.
So part of the program is, of course, your sweat equity. So you're a single mom, so you're doing how many hours of sweat equity?
So 275.
275, yes, ma'am.
Yes, 275. And I had a lot of help, though. I had a lot of help from friends. I had a lot of help from other volunteers. Chase, of course, he kind of did his part as far as with his grades. Yeah. And I rocked it out. Like, I went really...
I've heard that about you.
Yeah.
I've heard that you volunteered all over the place.
Yeah. I set a goal for myself because you could easily become laxed after, the first couple of months. It's like the first couple of months you go extremely hard and you work really hard, and then after a while you're like, I really don't know if I can do this. And so I set a goal for myself in the beginning, and I said, I would do at least 25 hours a month, at least.
Which is 10 more than you're required to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, everyone's asked to do at least 15 hours of sweat equity a month, but you decided to do 25.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
So yeah.
How much sweat equity do you have to go? Do you know?
I only have 10 more hours left.
Only 10 more hours.
But I'm saving those 10 hours for my home.
To work on your own house.
Yeah.
Exactly, in Trotwood. So
Yeah.
that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to your groundbreaking ceremony. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. So we talked about how you did your sweat equity, and we've talked about a little bit about your history. So I know education is clearly very important to you. Was there anything about Habitat related to education that you enjoyed?
I really liked the financial planning class, and then the I can't remember. I know it was at the Ohio State.
The nutrition class?
Yes. So it's so funny that you mentioned that. So now I take the grocery list that they gave us, and I go every month or every week, it seems like, and I write down what I need, and so it helps me to be able to eliminate buying in excessive.
The stuff that you don't need,
Yeah.
sticking to a meal plan.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But then the financial planning class, learning and understanding my credit score like was huge for me. It was life-changing for me.
We hear that a lot. Did
Yeah.
you really know what a credit score was before you took the classes, or why it was important?
Yeah, I knew that, but it was more of understanding how to spend my money, how to invest in
Yeah.
myself,
Yep.
those type of things.
Yep.
So you learn how to, I always tell people, I've learned how to make money. I've learned how to, make money. I've learned how to invest money, but I've not learned how to be able to make my money make money for me. If that makes any sense.
No, it makes sense. And one of the best things that you can do in that situation is own your own home.
Yes, exactly.
So you're definitely on the path towards that, for
Yeah.
sure. So what are you excited about? Because we talked a lot about things, but like, I mean, you said that Chase was excited. So look, what's going on there? What are you excited about? Because I'm sure that, he's a kid, so he's excited about having his own bedroom, right? Things like
Yeah.
that. So what are you guys excited about?
So I'll start with Chase. Chase is excited about having his privacy. He gets to choose his own room. He's excited about painting his room Ohio State colors.
He's going to paint the walls red?
Nope, it's gray with the red stripe.
Okay,
and I'm
good deal.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because it'll match the color scheme of my house.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of it. It's your own home. You
Yeah.
can paint it how you like. And I definitely think gray was a good option
Yeah,
there.
he's excited about the basketball court around the neighborhood because I've taken him around to see where it will be located. So he's excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about actually, and I know this is strange, but excited about having my own mailbox. So living in low income, you have a bunch of mailboxes and everybody goes to check their own mailbox. Well, check their mailbox in a cluster of mailboxes. So for me, actually having a mailbox of my own is huge, and I know it seems so awkward, but it's the little things that matter to me, and the fact that I can park my car in my own garage and not have to walk up and down the stairs with my laundry baskets and groceries. That I can just open my garage and go straight into my house and put it inside the refrigerator. So it takes a lot of stress off of me as a single mom, trying to work to make sure things work for me and Chase.
Yeah, I mean, that is really, I don't think I've ever heard someone tell me that they're excited to have their own mailbox, but that makes so much sense because you take for granted those kind of things.
Yeah.
You definitely, I'm going to be thankful when I walk out today and go check my mail from my mailbox. I haven't thought of that before.
Yeah.
That's just such a cool idea, is that you're going to have your own mailbox. You can, you can put your house number on it, you can put your name on it, you can do whatever you want with it because it's yours.
Yeah, exactly. I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, what kind of mailbox do I want? I can customize my own mailbox eventually. Maybe I'll have an Apple because I'm a teacher.
Well, after you sign your mortgage, I'm going to send you a card so you get something in the mail right away besides like junk flyers. You have a reason to check your mail.
Yeah, I'm going to run to it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, in the neighborhood that you selected in Trotwood, so you said Chase is excited about the basketball court. There's like a little park over there. There's the basketball court, and there's a bunch of other kids.
Yeah.
So that's exciting too, because that's actually part of a development where Habitat, we did a whole development there. So I think it's 11 lots, but don't quote me, that we have there. And there's several families that already live near the area, which is great because that way you guys have gone through the program together and you know what to do. And one of the classes, of course, have you taken our home maintenance class?
Yes, that class was so cool.
Yeah, everybody likes that class.
Yeah.
But it's nice, so that way you can help each other out, and things like that. One of the things that we hear kind of often is that when someone's grown up in apartments their whole life and then they lived in apartments as an adult, is that they never really knew how or when to mow their grass.
Yeah.
So that's something that, again, people might take for granted, is having a lawn to mow, and that is, I drive through your neighborhood a lot visiting families that we've built houses for in the past, and all the yards always look so nice.
Yeah, and that's another thing though
just
too.
so
It's
pretty.
just learning how to. I mean, not necessarily learning, but just you have your own. It's your own little square of peace.
Yeah,
You
I like
get
that, your square of peace.
Yeah, and you get to make it your own. Like you say, I get to make all of that my own. I can customize it and make it how I want to. And we take those things for granted. We take a lot of those things for granted when you grow up the way that I have. I'm just very grateful and thankful that I was chosen to be a part of this process.
Well, you earned it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing that, you went through the process. You went to the orientation, which had 60 people in it and was scary. And through that, I mean, because we can't select 60 families. I mean, we wish we could. The need in our area is so great. But we just, so that's an important thing to recognize in yourself, was that out of 60, 70 families, however many were there at your orientation, you were one of the few that were selected.
Yeah.
Which means you met all the requirements and that you proved that you were going to work through this process. And it sounds like Chase is a big motivating factor for that.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And then also too, though, the people that are in the classes with you, the people that are selected to be a part of your cohort, I can't thank them enough either, because we still call and we check on each other. We support each other through the process, because it is a long process. I've been in it for 3 years, so it's very, very tough when you are in the middle of that process.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we like to say that we don't just build homes, we build communities, and that's something you're going to keep that community with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So I know you said that you had your list of things you wanted to do by the time you were 30, but I got to ask, so being a homeowner, by the time you were 30, was on your list, but did you really think that you were going to do it? Like, did you have a plan, or was it just something where you're like, okay, I'm gonna want to be a homeowner?
It was an actual plan. Like, it was set in stone. I knew I wanted to, and I knew I had to get it done, and I knew the steps I had to take to get it done. Now, how I was going to go about it was not this way. I was going to go the traditional way. You work, and then you apply for, the traditional way.
You work, you save up, you apply for a mortgage, things like that.
Yes.
But I think it's important to note, too, that the families in our program, 9 times out of 10, would not qualify for a traditional mortgage.
Exactly.
So that's where, it's just, you were just almost there for a traditional mortgage, which is why you qualify for ours, and that helping hand just to get you to that next step. And it sounds like you have a great support system in your family and friends if they helped you with your sweat equity.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome. And I mean, you're just very inspirational.
Thank
I mean, I know a lot about you that we haven't really touched base on here, because it's just a 20-minute program. We don't have hours and hours to talk about everything that you've done. But I do want you to talk about yourself for a minute, which I know is not your favorite thing, to brag about yourself. But I do want you to talk about the award you got.
Oh, yeah. So, so I received an award from the Ohio Student Education Association for 2016 Student Teacher of the Year for Central State University. Central State University is a historically black college and university, so it was a huge deal. When it happened, it took me by surprise, because they snuck it on me. So I just one day talked to my professor and my cooperating teacher, and they said they wanted to choose me to be a part of this award, and it was a huge deal for me, because I've worked so hard in this field, in the field of education, to be able to receive that. So it's definitely life-changing too.
Yeah. Was your family excited?
Yeah.
Did they just freak out?
They were like, "Oh, that's so cool." I even got a reward from the state of Ohio. I have like this big certificate, and they were thanking me for the service that I've provided to children and families. So, and then I've been recognized in many other areas, but it's been definitely a big thing for my family and friends.
I mean, that's a testament to how hard you work.
Yeah.
The fact that you were a young mom, first in your family to graduate college, you get this awesome award about being one of the best student teachers in the state. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah.
And now you're well on your way to being your own homeowner. Yeah. So we're so excited, and I know we've told you, but you're just so inspirational, and all of our Habitat families are so inspirational. It's great to have this kind of an opportunity to sit down and talk with you and learn more about you. And I'm so excited that you came out today, because I know this is airing in February, so who knows how the weather's going to be, but it is cold today. It is so cold.
Yes, it is.
We're like, okay, bundled in sweaters. So thank you so much for braving the elements and coming out and talking with us. And is there anything else that you want people to know? Because I mean, people are going to watch this and think, hey, you know what? I was a young mom, and no one in my family graduated college, and no one from my family owns a home. Maybe I could do that. So what's something that you would say to the young ladies that are watching this show that look up to you because you're so amazing?
I would just say, listen to that inner voice in you that tells you that you can do anything. Like I said, I'm a big firm believer. I'm a believer in Christ, and I believe that God sets the foundation for whatever He wants for us to do. So just let him order your steps, and the possibilities are endless.
Okay. Well, Erica, I think that's probably about it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in March. Did you know that you can shop for a cause at the Dayton Restore? The purchases you make at Restore help us build strength, stability, self-reliance, and shelter for hardworking local families. Restore has a wide variety of items to choose from, and inventory changes daily. How does our inventory change daily? Through donations from people like you. Restore accepts donations of new and gently used items like furniture, construction materials, cabinets, home decor, appliances, light fixtures, and more. Do you have large items you'd like to donate? We will pick them up. For a complete list of acceptable donations or to schedule your free pickup, visit us at www.daytonhabitat.org or call 937-222-2296. Are you planning to remodel your office? Restore recently accepted a large donation of office furniture. We have desks, chairs, and file cabinets available at significantly reduced prices. Stop into Restore and ask a sales associate for more details. Restore is located at 115 West Riverview Avenue in Dayton, between the Dayton Art Institute and White Allen Chevrolet. Parking is easy in our free, attached customer parking lot. Restore is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook to stay informed of inventory, sales, and holiday hours. Thank you for supporting Habitat for Humanity of Greater Dayton by shopping and donating to the Dayton Restore. And from all of us here at Habitat, Happy New Year.
First, I want to thank you all for volunteering to help Habitat for Humanity build a house. Your participation means so much. We couldn't do this without you. So, any questions? Come on, don't be shy. No such thing as a silly question, guys.
Donate and purchase from the Habitat Restore. That helps build houses.
No, you don't need to be able to hold a hammer. Anyone else?